I just finished reading Don't Give the Enemy a Seat at Your Table, and as you can tell, I'm wearing the same outfit, I'm in the same place as that video that I made in like the book review for it. That's because I haven't moved. I literally finished that recording and was like, great, I'm gonna start the next one because I want to try to do at least a reading vlog for these books and book reviews and everything. And I want to start off with sharing with you, like from the beginning up until I finish. So today, I actually want to start reading. I don't think I'm going to start reading it right now, but I do want to record by telling you what I want to read and how I'm excited to read it and everything at least. So this is it. Let me just open here. So because Don't Give the Enemy a Seat at Your Table is categorized under the practical book, the next book I'm going to be reading is the novel book. And the one I have up and the one I'm going to be reading is Dear Henry, Love Edith by Becca Kinzer. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. I've tried to read this book before, but perhaps it wasn't the right time for me to be reading this book because I lacked discipline in reading it. But it started off nice. I just wasn't interested too much, but the book was on my mind and I really want to read this book now. So this is going to be the next book that I'm reading this month, and I'm going to try and vlog each time I am reading this book up until I finish this book. I'm not going to record entirely me reading the book, but at least each time I'll show glimpses of me reading the book. That is what it looks like in this cover. And that is what I'm going to be reading. I'm reading here that there's like a review here from Bethany Turner, the author of Plot Twist, and I've read Plot Twist before, so that makes me even excited, like more excited to read this book. That is my first reaction of it. Let's see how it goes. Okay. I have just finished reading Dear Henry, Love Edith. I am a bit disappointed. I am extremely disappointed, honestly speaking. I don't know what I am comparing this book to, but I hate to admit that it didn't live up to my expectations. And you know, what broke my heart is that it was like, I think 60% in the book that I realized that, okay, like about 60% of me reading through the book, I realized that this is not my favorite book. This book is not getting any good. I think, okay, let's talk about the book review. I'm gonna give it, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 stars. I might give it 2 stars because it really wasn't all that for me. I think it was quite cringe. And I think what I didn't like also was that it is listed as a Christian book, and yet God is mentioned in passing and not like fully mentioned in it all. And I really didn't like that. I didn't like that. I expected to be hearing more of God and how he's moving in the situation, but then a situation would happen, a person would come to a place of like self-acceptance or self-realization or something like that, and then they'll be like, no, but I realized God brought me to this point. Like, Miss Ma'am, you didn't mention God this entire time. What do you mean he brought you to this point? What? I am disappointed. I really am. I did not enjoy the book. It wasn't as a love story as I would have liked it to be. I think I loved the essence behind the plot. I loved that idea, but at the same time, it was just like, it was a bit unrealistic for my liking. You know, like I don't know. I think if you're into something that's a little bit of a romance and is full on fiction with a little bit of a, what can I say, a little bit of like something spontaneous, a little bit of a romance that's just like spontaneous, extravagant, all over the place type of thing, and a little bit extravagant and dramatic, then this book might be for you. But for me, it was doing too much. It was just being unrealistic, a bit too unrealistic for my liking. And I think what hurt is that I knew Bethany Turner, if I'm not mistaken, is the one who like gave a review on this book, and she said like it was amazing, and I loved a book that she wrote. So then to hear that and then read this, and it's like, oh, I was expecting something that would leave me in shambles, you know, just like I'm in awe of how good the book was. So I think my mistake was having such a high expectation for the book and reading it and realizing I did not like it. I love though that it did its best. I don't know, I'm not South African, but I love that it incorporated South Africa into the book, and it tried, like the author tried to touch on South African roots or South African, like touch on the South African culture, you know. I appreciate that the author tried their best with that. Unfortunately, I'm not South African, so I can't really say whether it's accurate or not. But I can see that, yeah, the author tried, you know. I don't know. I did not like the book. I really didn't. And I'm so devastated that this is the first novel of 2026 and I did not like it. Ugh. It's just very, very frustrating because the practical book I read was amazing. It transformed my life, and I wanted to read a novel that is just like, because I love romance. I love romance novels. I'm here for it. I live for it. But then reading this one, it was like, nope. So that's my vent session. Just that, in my opinion, I did not like the book. In my opinion, I would not recommend this book to anyone. I want to be nice. I really want to, and say it's not that bad. I don't know if maybe like 5 years ago Tanazia would have liked this, but Tanazia today, who sat down to read this book, did not like it. And I've been telling myself, oh, you know, the reason why I actually didn't like this book as well, or no, the reason why I took so long to read this novel was because I tried my best to record each time I sat down to read the book. that is what the goal for this novel was, that each time I open to read the book, I will record. Even if I'm recording like a little bit, I'm gonna start recording me reading it, and I'll finish off camera or something like that. But I just wanted to like try out what a book vlog is like, and see if it's something I want to keep doing. I tried it in the first book review, but I only did it like halfway through the book. But this time around, it's like, okay, I'm starting to just like fully do this. So I don't know if it's something I still want to continue doing, like a book vlog and then a book review. Let me know what you guys think, if you're interested in that, and if you think it's something I should keep doing, if it's something that I should stop doing. But at the same time, it's just like the book review of this book is that it's a no from me. It's really a no from me. No, that's just my opinion. I'm trying my best to search for something good to say about the book, man. But I don't have much to say about it. I think, honestly, there were like little moments in the book where I would laugh. Something would be funny, something would be cute, something would be like having my seat there. Because, like, the thing is, this book has fake dating inside it. And I want you to know, I love and I live for fake dating. Here for it. So this book had that, and I didn't know before I read it that it would have that. And when I did read it and that came into the picture, I was like, yes, we are here for fake dating trope. And that was like a bonus. I absolutely love that. So I think that I would say it was a good book, but it just wasn't for me. It was a good book, but it just wasn't for me. And I would give it 2 stars on the basis that I think the standard of how I read novels, like the standard I have for romance novels, is up here, and this one is like somewhere here. So the expectations were high and the expectations were let down. I'm a bit disappointed by that, but I think it was a good book. I think that if other people enjoyed, then okay. But I think that another reason also that I took so long to read this book is because I just didn't enjoy it as much. So I wasn't too keen on constantly reading the book. I think one thing I did struggle with, like the whole book vlog thing, is that there would be moments in the middle of the night or something, or like early hours of the morning, where I just want to pick up my Kindle and read. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, but to set up my camera and everything like that, I'm just too lazy to do that. So that's what also delayed me in finishing the book a bit quicker. I think one thing that I love about like reading books as well is, like, especially novels, is immersing myself. Once I start reading, I can finish it in like a day or two, because I've immersed myself into the book and I've fallen in love with everything. So I struggled a bit with doing that this time around, and I think that's why it wasn't all that for me. There was a lot of plots also going on in the book, a lot of plots happening here, a lot of plots happening there. I didn't entirely feel like I connected with the characters because there was just a lot going on. I love the themes of love, family, finding an adventure in life, finding your purpose in life, making mistakes, healing as well. I love all those themes, and I love that, like, one of the main characters' background story was just like, I think what I didn't like also is that one main character got their backstory written and it made me understand her more. But the guy's main character, like the main character guy, I'm not saying names just in case you want to read the book, but like the main character guy that was there, his backstory was like lightly touched on. I don't think the author dived more into that, and I feel like it made it harder for me to connect with him. So yeah, that really hurt. And I don't know if there are other, like, if this is like a series or it's a standalone or something, because there were like other characters in the book that I was like, hey, I would actually like to read more about this specific character. They seem interesting and I feel like they deserve their own book. So I think I'll do more research on that to see if it's a standalone or if it's a series. If it's a series, I might actually consider reading. Hopefully the other books are better. If not, I'm just gonna leave this book at a 2 and call it a day. That is my book review. That is my book vent session. Thank you for watching. Thank you for staying and for just being a part of this journey with me. As you know, I am very interested in books. I love books and I'm trying to get back into reading more books and everything. My husband and his father are watching a Manchester United match. So if you heard that shout, I assume they've made a goal or something. But yeah, that is my take on the situation, and I want to keep trying to be more consistent in all this. Right now, I am finishing the book on the 1st of February. I'm a bit upset with myself for doing that because I'm trying to be consistent with reading books each month, like 2 books each month. So the fact that I've already slipped into the next month and I'm finishing a book, I'm a bit frustrated about that, but I'm going to give myself grace because I'm just going to blame the fact that I tried to record every time I read. That's what slowed me down. So I don't know. I will see. Maybe, I don't know how I will do this. I really don't know because I want to keep the book vlogs in, but I'm also not sure if I should. But that is my take on the book. And I will keep trying to be more consistent. I will keep trying to show up a bit more with the book reviews and sharing all that with you. So, oh, if there's any book that you think I should review or just take a look at, if there's a book that you encourage me to read, then definitely put it in the comments or message me and let me know, and I will take a look at that and read the book, or at least add it to my list of books to read. But for now, I really don't have much to say about today's book, other than I'm disappointed and I'm hurt. I am really hurt. But it's a good book, okay? I know I am just saying a lot of bad stuff about the book, but it is a good book. It just wasn't my favorite or one of the best books I've read. Okay. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this book review or if you would like more book reviews, definitely stay tuned and give this video a like. Please subscribe to stay along with this journey, and share if you think somebody needs to hear about this book review. Leave in the comments your thoughts and feelings on the book if you've read it. What book do you think is similar, or what book would you recommend me to read? And I think that's pretty much all I have to say.